Well, look, we travel to Leyton, Orient this Saturday. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, going to be a tough fixture. Obviously, probably one of the biggest sides in the league. You take them into consideration with the likes of Hartlepool, Barnet, Chesterfield. You'd say they're one of the biggest in it. They've played 4, drawn 3, won 1, so they're unbeaten currently. So they've got an incentive to maintain that track record for Saturday. But I remember going down there last season. Remember playing them here, funny enough, early on in the season, similar sort of time, and we played very well in both occasions. And I felt that, especially down at their place, we should have won a game of football. I've watched them, their last 4 games, done a lot of work in terms of where we feel we can hurt them, done a lot of work on where we feel they may hurt us. They've got great strength in terms of forward areas, they've got great experience throughout the midfield and organised at the back. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fixture, but thoroughly enjoyable and looking forward to going down there on Saturday.
We've got a year's more experience at this level now, and Justin Edinburgh seems to have not just steadied the ship, but helped them to push on.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, he didn't really have a say in what went on early on in their season last year, but when he went and took the reins, everyone knew that he'd get a group organised, well drilled, and you see that in their performances. And yeah, they've got to be one of the favourites to win the league, I've got to be honest, because the calibre of personnel they have within their squad, the manager at the helm, and the size of the club it is, you'd assume that they're a big fish at this level. So, no, he's done fantastic. He's got a great track record in terms of managerial career, and you can see the way he likes to play and how he sets teams up. I watched the first game in the Salford and Leyton Orient game live on the box, and you could see there's 2 good sides there. So, yeah, we know that it's going to be tough. We know that we've got to be at our best to get anything from the game of football, but we go down there, we're fully focused, fully organised, and hopeful that we can perform and take maximum points.
We've shown on many occasions, though, since coming into this league, that we don't fear the big fish, do we?
It's not about fearing them, it's just about maintaining and being consistent in your levels. And for me, you've got to play consistently, week in, week out, to maintain any sort of consistency in terms of the league. And for us to kick on and probably put to bed the Wrexham and Gateshead performances, or the results especially, for us to go there on Saturday, we need to make sure we have another positive result come the end of it. Yeah, we don't fear no one at this level, and that's not us saying that we're a big fish. It's just my mindset in terms of we're organised, we're well drilled, we work tirelessly in terms of what oppositions have to offer. And we sat in there this morning watching the Leyton Orient and done a good hour and a half worth of work, and we know exactly what they're about in terms of how they like to play, the way in which they play. I know they made a couple of changes from the team on Tuesday evening, so they got great personnel coming in, got great personnel that they leave out. Look at Larby for Coroma comes in and scores a goal against Maidstone. So I set it up for the boys to have no surprises. I make sure that there's no stone unturned, and they know exactly how we want to set up, how they play, and how we're going to counteract the way they play, and how we're going to try and isolate and implement my game plan so that we can go and put as many opportunities on the board for us to put them to the sword.
You mentioned a few of their names so far, but Macaulay Bonne is one who is as good as any striker at this level, isn't he?
You see what he done last year, 19 plus goals in his debut season for Leyton Orient. I think he's just gone and signed another year extension on his already 2-year deal, which shows where he's at in terms of being comfortable within Leyton Orient's. For me, he's very talented. He's got great ability, great leap, athletic, got an eye for goal. You look at the goal he scored against Barrow, back to goal, spins and gets the shot off on a long throw from Charlie Lee. So, yeah, no, he's got good quality. But then I look at our boys, I look at our front line. I think Joshua Ramirez has been brilliant in the last 2 fixtures. I think Justin Shaber and him have got a great little partnership. They're linking up ever so well, and today they've gone and worked again on what they're about in terms of training. So behind that, Angelo, behind that, Connor Smith, Kieran Merton, Mark Rickett, Shakesy Woody, Femi Lisamni. So yeah, we can boast few players that may fear or put fear into Leyton Orient come Saturday, but it's got to be a wholehearted performance. It's got to be everyone singing off the same hymn sheet. It doesn't take one bit of brilliance, of course, but it takes 11 of us to go and implement a game plan. And yeah, I thoroughly trust what I'm doing, what Cameron's doing, what this football club's trying to do. And yeah, I believe in the group and what we've done and offered up today. We'll do it again tomorrow, and I'm hoping that they can really go to work come Saturday.
Something that's been mentioned by the chairman in his programme notes and his Q&A. It's important to remember that like a lot of clubs at this level, I guess, there are players who are still bedding into your style of play in this squad.
Yeah, you look at the goalkeepers. We brought in 2 new goalkeepers. You look at the back line, Jamal Fifield, Manny Parry, Femi Asamni. You look at Connor Smith coming in. You look at Bradley Ash. You look at Josh Mira, Justin Shabu. So what's that? 7 or 8 new bodies into a squad that achieved something last year. You got to understand, we're now not under the radar anymore. We're a team that everyone wants to beat. Why? Because we was National League finalists last year, and I am embedding a new group. I'm just frustrated that we couldn't got or see out the game on Tuesday evening for another clean sheet, because to say you've got 7 points from 4 games, 3 clean sheets out of 4 games, with a realistically new back line as such because of your goalkeeper and your left hand side, but it wasn't to be. And for me, the boys are learning how I'm asking them to play. It's a slightly foreign way in which we play. We do press with an intent. We like to play high at the park. We try and regain balls as close to their goal as possible. And for me, with the likes of Jamal, Manny and Femi, especially in that back line, they're getting to grips with it. There's still a lot of work to be done, but slowly, small steps, and we'll hopefully progress as a group. But we got to understand we're not a big fish at this level. We're a very modest side that does good business in the summer, and we got a great infrastructure at this football club. What we've done, what the chairman's done with the pitch, the potential new stand, the work that Cameron Moore has done with the academy. So there's more just to this football club than a first team. But obviously everyone relies on a win on Saturday. It brings the mood up on a Monday morning, of course it does. But for me, we're a club in progression. We're a club that wants to stride and progress as high up this league as possible, and that's the mindset that I have. But I'm realistic in the way in which we've got to do it. We have had a overhaul of players in and out, and we're a different animal and a different beast as opposed to what we were last year. But we're slowly finding our feet, and I'm hopeful that we can get to grips with what I'm asking sooner rather than later.
And finally, Luke, the Iron Brew Cup draw was made today. What are your thoughts on the tie with Dunfermline?
It's funny watching the live draw, I've got to be honest. To be involved in an Iron Brew Cup for the first time in our history is massive, and what we done last year to achieve that was fantastic and will live long in my memory. To be able to say that we're going to play against Dunfermline here in an Iron Brew Cup is huge. I'm quite glad that it's at home, because I've seen Sutton's draw. I think I googled it, it's something like 380 miles away, so 6.5 hours. So it's nice that we managed to get a home draw, but the boys are going to relish that. It's something that I want to progress in. I think it's a great opportunity for us, for me, for this football club, to go as far in the Iron Brew Cup as possible. And yeah, no, really looking forward to the time.